32 students were buried decades ago in shallow graves on the grounds of a former reform school for boys. Joining us live on the phone right now from Miami is a senior producer for CNN, Rich Phillips, who is following that story. All right, Rich, give us a little background on all this. How long was it known that these bodies were there, and how did they get there?
Well, that's one of the questions that's certainly going to be part of the investigation, Reggie. Quite honestly, law enforcement authorities right now do not have a lot of answers for us. The investigation, as you just said, is only now just beginning. The governor certainly wants to know who's buried here. He wants the Florida Department of Law Enforcement to determine who owned the property way back when and determine the identities of those remains and obviously to determine if any crimes were committed and who committed them.
Why is it taking so long to reveal these facts? I mean, we're talking about something that happened decades ago, right?
Yeah, exactly. We're talking about some activity that happened in the 1950s into the 1960s. It's a long time ago, certainly. We're dealing with a lot of elderly men right now who kind of found each other on the internet after one of them kind of got the ball rolling talking about this, and you know how the internet goes and how it kind of took on a life of its own, if you will. And they got together and they petitioned the governor. They spoke to him, and they obviously made their case. And just to be clear, and you know, we need to say this for the folks at home now, is that there is no proof that any crimes were committed here. You know, we've got some allegations that are being made by these men, and that of course, as you said earlier, that they were regularly beaten and tortured by guards at this facility when it was called the Florida School for Boys way back when. So, you know, the investigation is only beginning now, and, we'll see what happens because we really don't know who's in those graves.
The Florida School for Boys had another name. It was called the White House by the boys who were sent there because it was made of the white concrete, as we've been watching in these pictures. My question is, how many of these boys are now still around? How many of them are talking to reporters and investigators at this point?
Well, right now, I can tell you there's at least a half a dozen. I had an opportunity to speak with them on the telephone yesterday. In fact, we're on the road right now. We're putting together a television piece that I'm sure CNN.com will be running along with CNN's American Morning in the Thursday-Friday time frame. We're going to be sitting down and talking with these gentlemen, but the claims that they make, Reggie, when I tell you that they're chilling, they are just chilling, and that's probably the only way to describe it. One of the men who lives in Florida today, Bryant Middleton, told me that the boys were regularly beaten with a double strap that was reinforced with metal and actually had a long wooden handle. And he told me that you could actually hear it coming through the air, and when it hit your body, it was just unbelievable. They said that a lot of the boys, both black and white children, were just beaten to the point of unconsciousness, to the point where you could no longer understand what was actually happening to you. I mean, the stories were just incredible, and essentially, you know, the claims that they're making, you know, we can't lose sight of this, is that people disappeared. Kids disappeared.
Yeah, I guess that's my other question, because if you have these 32 people who disappeared and who may still be there actually at that site, where were the mothers and fathers and brothers and sisters? Where were they? Why weren't they asking questions about where their sons had gone?
And that is the question first and foremost on everybody's mind. Florida Department of Law Enforcement cannot answer that question. Neither can these men, for that matter. They don't know. One of them says that they believe that there was a cover-up of some sort, but one thing that I can tell you is that they all honestly believe that the bodies of at least 32 of those boys are buried there, and they say it could even be more. There could be multiple bodies in multiple graves there.